Yeah, it's interesting because it's kind of not great for me, I would say. Although, to be fair, Josh has been the only person Josh has been the closest person to beating me this entire time. So, but yeah, I think, you know, based on how things are kind of shaping up at this point, it does look like there's a high probability that I end up having to go against Chris in round 1. Why did I do that? I just wasted 50 minutes, you guys, for absolutely zero reason. That's insane. I don't know why I did that, man. That was insane. God damn it. Too busy talking. That's actually insane. Yeah, there's a high probability that I have to go against Chris in round 1, and then I would have to go against Aggie in the final, like, you know, probably. So that's probably the worst possible situation. At least it seems like it probably is.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Yeah, if I lose,
this is going too far.
To Ain run, and Chris and Josh both win. Like, basically, for all those players that are all tied at 3 right now, if they win, like, they basically have to win. I think. Loner Stam, thanks for the 2-month Prime sub, dude. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to redo all this, huh? I can't believe I just got hit on patches because I just totally wasn't paying attention to anything. Yeah, so if all 3 win, I was saying earlier, if all 3 win, and there's no rule for this as far as I'm aware right now. If all 3 win, then we have a 3-way tie at 4 wins. And obviously there's only 2 spots and there's 3 players. They are all tied on so they're all at 4, but then also each player has beaten another one. So I was saying it earlier. Ain has beaten Josh has beaten Chris, and Chris has beaten Ain. So you have a situation where, like, the tiebreaker doesn't work anymore. And like I did ask what the situation was, and Mitch, like, there's nothing set in stone, basically. Let's go on, Jeff. You know, it could be an issue, I guess, right? Lines. There's no second tiebreaker. That's set in stone. But yeah, Mitch brought up something, like an idea of his, that it would go to, like, the strength of your wins, which I didn't really fully understand. I don't know what that means. I can go check what he said. I do have to actually do something really quick, too. Yeah, let me check what he said. He said... I have to do something, though, really quick. 1 second, you guys. I just have to do something. I have to send somebody something. Okay. Okay, so what Mitch said... Oh my god, it's gonna be... Where is this gonna be, though? Okay, so strength of win. So if Ain and Chris have both beat the same people, except Ain beating me and Chris beating Parky, Ain would have a stronger tie break in a 3-way tie. That's what he said. He almost said the amount of wins with lines. Oh. Well, But I don't know. Okay, I guess maybe. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I don't know. I don't think anything's set in stone. Yeah, beating a high-ranked player. But, like, couldn't that still... I feel like that's very, like, complicated, potentially. But I guess just think... So, who's the highest-ranked player that Chris has beaten? I mean, I guess technically it would be Ain, right? And then the highest-ranked player that... I don't think it works, though. Because what if they all lose, and then they're all at 3?
Have you heard?
And then, like,
I can play turning
the highest-ranked player that they've beaten is, like, the other player. Oh, okay, maybe it is going to go to bingo, or the bingo wins then. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I guess there it is. But I don't know if that's actually, like, the rule yet. But yeah, if it is bingo lines, then Ain has the best tiebreaker for sure. But he also has to win. So, and then I wonder, you know what, actually, if that's true and all 3 of them win their games, then Chris actually doesn't even make the top 4. Let me bring up the site really fast. So, if it is based on bingo lines, but what's the more important tiebreaker? See here. If there are joint wins afterwards, which I assume means like a tie, head-to-head will be used as a tiebreaker. There's nothing else here. I do think that bingo lines would make the most sense, in my opinion, and then squares would be after that. Like, for obvious reasons, right? Like, bingos are more important. So let's say they did that, then... Like, and also, the placements in the leaderboard have been based on the lines as well. I think. So if all 3 of them win, and they'll get to 4, that means that Ain has the most bingo lines. So he gets 3rd. And then Josh would have the head-to-head over Chris, I guess. But then it still doesn't make sense, because if this is the first tiebreaker, then... Like, it's still a weird situation, right? Very board dependent. Yeah, I guess so, but, I mean, there has to be a tiebreaker on something, so... Like, how does that apply? How does it apply in this case? Like, because, let's say... I don't know. I don't know how that applies here, because even if... I don't know, man. That's why this is very important to, like, have set in stone here. Parky has 1 line. No, she has 1.5 wins, or like 1.5 points. Everyone loses. Mitch beats Josh. Yeah, then it's 4-way tie, yeah. And then I don't know what the fuck happens then. Beat Ain? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so, but this is something that, like, probably should be, something that should be kind of set in stone, right? And I asked. I didn't actually get a reply yet. Like an official reply. Because yeah, like even if the tiebreaker, like if the tiebreaker's on bingos first, which I don't actually agree with. I do think the head-to-head matchup is a very good tiebreaker. I feel like that's the most fair tiebreaker. But if you have a three-way tie, then like, how does that work then? How do you apply that? Like, and then let's say the second tiebreaker is your bingo lines. I still don't see how that works. A dead mainly play around. Well, I think what it's saying on the site is that like the tiebreaker is, it goes back to the match that they had between each other. And that's why there's this like big thing here, right? Because each of those three players that are tied have beaten one of the others. And so you get this like situation where you got a triangle of players that are, you know, they've lost to the others, but then they've also beaten some of the other ones, and then it's just this fiasco. 1v1, v1 lockout? You can't do that. I don't think, but... Bingo lines. Yeah, that'd be the simplest, for sure. To be like, forget the head-to-head and just go straight to bingo lines and go straight to the squares after that if there's another tiebreaker needed. That'd be the simplest. I do think head-to-head, though, is probably the most fair, right? Like, if... Like, let's say if you just take two of them, like, say, you know, Josh and Ain, for example, say they're both tied at 4, and you have to take one of them. I do think Josh, or Ain should get the upper hand there because he beat Josh, right? I think that's the most fair thing. Which is why I think it's the first tiebreaker there. But then in a three-way tie like that, you have nothing. Like, I just don't even know where to start to, like, compare that, right? Like, do you just forget about the head-to-heads and just go straight to the bingos then? But then... But how do you do that, though? Because, it, like, let's say just hypothetically that... Like, in the case of Chris, right? Versus Ain. Chris beat Ain, but has less bingos than him. So it wouldn't make sense in that case for Chris to go ahead of Ain, but at the same time, like... you also have... I don't know. I don't see how it works, dude. It just doesn't work. It simply doesn't work, man. Anyways, I guess I'm not really the one who has to think about that. Not my league, so. Like, unless if there is a three-way tie like that, you just totally scrap the head-to-head and then just go straight to the bingos, in which case Ain would have the advantage there. But yeah, of course, though, like, this is all stuff that probably... you know, should have been set in stone earlier, that bingo would be a tiebreaker because, like I was saying earlier, that would 100% change how I played some of my matches, and I'm sure it would change how some other people played their matches as well, if bingos was known to be one of the tiebreakers. But that's not, like, it's not set in stone, and nobody knows about it, so... I guess in that case, the most fair would just be to have another match. Somehow. Like, but... but I don't know how that would work. If you just do, like, a three-way match, which I don't think makes sense. But then if you do, like, they each 1v1 each other, and then you get another tie, it's like, what the hell happens then, dude? Is that just an assumption? By you, you're saying? I guess so. I mean, as far as I'm aware, and according to the site there, it just says that head-to-head is the tiebreaker. So, three-way non-lockout. The issue I have with that is that if you do that, then it's like a totally different thing. Right? Like, if you do non-lockout, then, like, there's not the same strategy involved, and, yeah, just, I don't know. You could do it, though. Just not ideal. Anyone for double bingo knowing an improving position? Okay, yeah, maybe there's something that I don't know about, I guess, but it's not on the website. Lightning flowers? They're used for the lightning pots. Shootout? How does a shootout in bingo work? Yeah, it's a tough position to be in, I think, dude. Square differential. That square differential, it would actually be a great stat to have in there for sure. And I also think like match time would be a good stat. Average match time. I think those would be good stats. And I actually think that square differential would be... like, I do think that bingo should be, like, the first tiebreaker, probably. I think that makes a lot of sense, considering it is a bingo league. And then square differential should be the next one. Not just squares 4, because, you know, there's been wins that I've had. Like, my win against Parky, I just got, like, 1,000,000 squares. And I just got 13, where I could have bingoed. Like, at the time, though, I still don't know if bingo lines is important. Not for me, I guess, but... Well, unless it does, like unless head-to-head isn't the actual main tiebreaker, and like I'm not guaranteed first still. But yeah, this is why though it is important to have like this stuff sort of figured out before. Yeah, total square should be the last tiebreaker, 100%. I think that should be a less important one. What's up, Fistar? Duel's the tiebreaker? Not necessarily. I mean, what do you mean sports? Because there's a lot of different sports and there's a lot of different tiebreakers. And in hockey, how it works is for the playoffs, the wins is the most important thing, like regulation wins. And then it goes to like a bunch of other stats. Like it goes regulation wins and then I don't fucking know. There's like a really long list so that things like specifically like this wouldn't happen where you run out of tiebreakers or something. I do think, you know, I think the biggest issue is that that it's no matter what the actual tiebreaker ends up being, is that it's just not super clear at this point. Right? No matter what it is, like even if it was something that I don't agree with, like let's say it was just squares would be the first one, then you know, like I think that's better than it just not being obvious until like the last second where it's kind of just like like thrown in there. Yeah, goal differential is one of the ones in hockey for sure too. It's like maybe like the 5th one or something. I don't remember, but I do think that I really like stats. Like I'm kind of a stats guy, I guess. I like seeing the numbers on stuff. I think it'd be cool to like go back at the bingo league and sort of put in the other stats from the matches, like yeah, like square differential, you know, so squares you get versus your opponent gets in matches. And that's honestly, that's a much better like metric to go by on a tiebreaker than just straight up squares, because you could win like 13-12 against somebody. And that's a way less impressive win than somebody who wins like, you know, 5-0 against somebody, right? Yeah, you could have square completion time. You could have match average times and stuff like that. Try to milk more squares. Well, not in a... Well, I mean, I guess maybe. I don't think it should be a first tiebreaker, but I mean, yeah, I guess you could. Which I mean, I don't think that's a huge issue, to be honest. And yeah, it'd actually be very simple to just go back and look at all the matches and then, you know, get those metrics from it. Get all those stats. I don't know why I bought that stone sword key. Play Clash? I do not play Clash, no. Although I played on stream recently. Like Clash, well, which Clash though? I don't know actually which Clash, which, well, like what just Clash means. Yeah, surely, Danny. Clash of Clans? No, I don't play Clash of Clans. It's a pretty fun game though. But no. I don't play either Clash Royale. I don't play either of those Clash games. But we did get I did get sponsored by Clash of Clans recently, and so I played the game on stream. I used to play it a long time ago. I don't even know how long ago, but a long time ago. Just a little bit. Like I didn't go crazy, but
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way.
pick squares as tiebreaker. Fewer squares should be better than more squares. How does that make sense? Like, what if somebody wins, you know, 3 games or something, but then the games they lose, they just get 0? That's not really a good thing. No, I think just square differential makes a lot of sense. Probably. Because that's like, that tells you the strength of the win that they had. Like if you're against somebody and you get a fuck ton of squares and your opponent gets very few, then, you know, it's probably that you just like decimated them, right? Probably. Really need to do this with mouse. I don't know. But then, yeah, as I was saying, like you would do, bingos would be the first one because it's a bingo league, right? Although I don't know how I feel about setting up like a double bingo. That's kind of weird. Still milk a little. You could for sure, but like, I think that's fine. I don't think you would ever have like a set of tiebreakers where somebody couldn't like take advantage of it in a way that's like maybe not great. It's not ideal for the league, but it's still something. But again, I think no matter what the tiebreaker is, you know, it needs to be set in stone. Probably a month ago is when it had to be set in stone, but better late than never. Like definitely before the last matches, it has to be set. And it's going to make people upset. And like, you know, it's not like no matter what you do, someone's going to get kind of shafted. Like some people are going to be boosted up by it. Some people are going to be kind of shafted by it. But I mean, at this point, you just kind of have to put something in there. Because I think if you leave it until after the match is done to decide the tiebreaker, then it's like, you know, whoever doesn't make it in, it could easily look like you intentionally made it so that they wouldn't make it in. Mini tournament. I would agree with that actually. I do think that having extra matches would be the most fair, but like in terms of the league, but people don't like, you know, people are kind of taking their time out of their weekends and stuff to play in the matches in the first place. And like maybe they'd be up for it, but you kind of have to think about what you're asking them to do if they're having to like play a bunch of extra matches and stuff. I'd be like a little... It depends when it happens, but I'd be like a little not feeling great about it. It doesn't really matter, though, Fistar, right? It doesn't matter. Like, you have to be prepared for it anyways. Beat Ain? Well, even if I beat Ain, it's not necessarily that there won't be a three-way tie. Think about it this way. What if I beat Ain, and then Mitch wins or something, right? Then it's going to be... There's going to be a huge tie then, right? Because Mitch would get to 3, and then what else would happen? Who's Mitch against? Is he against... Who's Mitch up against? Yeah, so, like, let's say Aggie's like, okay, I don't really care much anymore because my position's locked. I'm just going to, like, go easy mode. And then Mitch, you know, he's been playing better, for sure. So he comes out and wins. And then, like, even if Ain loses in that case, you're still going to have... Or wait. Like, yeah, I guess if Josh loses and then... I don't know. You have to decide on a tiebreaker before we go into the last match. You can't just like hope that nothing will happen and then I don't know. There's too many possibilities. I guess club only. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they go club only and Mitch wins and then Ain loses and Josh loses and then it's a three-way tie for one spot. And it's like all messed up for that or something. I don't know. It is not the +0 level 1 all 65. I will be doing that like pretty soon though, I think. I'll get this run and then we'll keep routing that. So yeah, I guess I'm just saying like even if I beat Ain, there's no guarantee that it's just going to be simple, right? I would love to see Mitch, though, get, like, a good look in, though. Maybe he doesn't want to. Like, maybe he's just done with the bingo league at this point, but he's got a legitimate chance here. He's at 2. And if he wins his next game...
Maybe...
Then, like, all of a sudden...
best not ever.
It becomes quite interesting, I think. But, of course, like, Josh or Chris has to lose. Like, two of those players that are tied at 3 have to lose. Let Ain win. Well, I wouldn't do that, but there have been times in the past, like in Zero Hitly, right? Like, I didn't throw my last match against Kazoodle, but I lost, you know, and I played very poorly. And the reason why that happened is just simply because I just didn't really care anymore because I had already won. So I kind of, you know, let up a little bit. Not really intentionally, but I wasn't like super focused and stuff. And then I lost. So, like, in this case, I've clinched first place. I literally have nothing to play for. And so, yeah, like, obviously, I'm not going to go into the match with the same sort of focus level that I did against, like, Aggie earlier or something, right? Elimist, by the way, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. No, 100% wasn't. No, it was not overconfidence. 100% it was not. It was just simply that the league, like, I already clinched first place, so it didn't matter. And it's the exact same situation again. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm definitely not going to be as focused for this match. And there's just nothing, like, I can't really, like, force myself to care about the match more or anything like that. So, like, I do think that, you know, this will be a very good time to beat me if there is a good time, right? And like, also, I haven't lost yet, but there's still so much room for me to improve at bingo, and it could be a good opportunity for me, because the only bingo matches I've ever played are in the league. It could be a good opportunity for me to, like, test some different strategies out, right? And, like, try some different, like, routes through the board and different strategies. So Like, if I'm testing different stuff and I lose, it's like, well, the loss doesn't affect me in any way. So, so yeah, like, I don't know, man. Bingo lore? Now, like, the thing is, I don't really care. I'm not somebody who has
But I can also that you're not then. Why not? I am Carly.
like, I'm not gonna go into my last match thinking like I want to win so that I can still be undefeated. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, I really don't care.
This is going too far.
Welcome back, Gino.
Yo, Pengu, thanks for the 13-month Prime sub, dude. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm not somebody that like, you know, needs my like, I don't know, wants to win for like an ego win or something to just have an undefeated season. I don't care about that. And like, in fact, I was saying at the end of last bingo, like, there could be a situation where my best chance of actually winning the league would be to lose against Ain. Potentially. Like, I wouldn't throw a match on purpose ever, because I mean, that's, I don't know, it's just not something I would do. And it's like unfair to other players and stuff. But there could easily be a situation where, like, if there was somehow a situation where like Chris didn't make the top 4, like, obviously that's going to benefit me in some way, right? And Chris is, I think Chris is the best bingo player. Chris and Aggie are the best bingo players, and if somehow one of those guys wasn't in it, then that's better for me. So, you know. Pretty unsportsmanlike. Oh yeah, 100%. But undefeated for content. But yeah, I guess so. But I mean, it also doesn't really matter though. Can't throw? Well, I could. I mean, I could throw in the same way that, you know, players can play a match under different conditions. Like, it's still within the rules, obviously. But I think it would be, yeah, for me to do that would be very, like, I wouldn't do that, as I said, so it doesn't matter. I would never just, like, not try against somebody.
Maybe.
But as I said, though, I probably will try some different strategies out and try to get the most out of the match.
This is going too far.
Try to get the most out of a match that doesn't mean anything to me, really. So yeah, like, I'm probably going to try some stuff and just see, you know, how my opponent reacts. And what I found funny, though, is how I've seen a lot of people, like, in the chats and stuff, just the armchair bingo players, dude. They're like, they think they just know everything somehow. And I don't know how it happens, but it's like, yeah, they always know the best thing to do, and they always, like, yeah, if I played against this guy, I would do this. Like, it's all just like very calculated and stuff. Like, oh yeah, this is clearly a mistake because this person's clearly got this one marked, and then I just don't understand it, dude. Bitwalk, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub, dude. But I have seen a few people say, like, that if they were to face me, that this is what they would do. They have this, like, set plan and how they would beat me if they played against me, because they got, like, my strategy figured out or some shit like that. Like, dude, I don't even have my own strategy figured out. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, he clearly goes for the early squares, and so I would rush them too, and then, like, oh yeah, surely that would work out pretty well. You're just gonna, like, go for the early squares against me when I'm also gonna go for them, and then you're just gonna, like, lose out on every single one. Like, oh, that's a great plan. Like, go ahead. Like, try it, dude. But then they would never go against me because it's just, like, random people saying it, so I don't know, man. I find it amusing, though. The armchair bingo players, dude, in the chat. Is that what people say when, like, I don't remember what people say. Or, like, I think it's, like, armchair something when you, like, just, you're the guy who sits on your couch and then has all the answers but doesn't actually do it. Like, that's what that means, right? No, it's not backseater. It's... No. Yeah, I think it just... like, what it means is exactly what I said. Yeah, armchair psychologist. Yeah, like stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know, dude. And then I also remember people saying like I just never went for bingos, and I would always play for like a majority or something. And then and like this isn't something I saw and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna start getting bingos now. I just do whatever I think makes sense. And then, you know, the last 3 games I've won by like a decisive bingo. So I don't know what they're saying now, but I don't know. I'm curious to see what the next like, oh yeah, this is how I would beat him. Or clearly you just have to do this to beat Gino because he always always goes for majority, so you know he's not going for that or something. I don't know.
This is going too far.
I don't know, dude. I'm not saying this is a bad thing either. I think I was just saying it's amusing. And I think it actually makes the league more interesting to watch because you get to see people's speculation on it, and you get to like either get a bit more emotional about it if you disagree, or just that's part of what makes a league interesting, right? Is when people disagree about stuff and they like pick their favorite or whatever. Lime, thanks for the brand new prime sub, dude. I appreciate it. New copy pastas. I'm sure there are some, but I don't know. Six hours to get a bingo. It's all good. I mean, bingo's just like you know, the league has made it a speedrunning thing, but like you can do bingo in a lot of different other ways, right? Like people do no hit bingo, or they just like it's, you know, bingo's fun to do. It's very fun. There's a lot of different ways to do it too. Like I was talking earlier about a randomizer bingo. For like how that would work out in a league, and I think it'd be really interesting. Item randomizer. As a plan until they get punched in the face. Yeah, I guess so. I suppose. Let's go on Duchess, by the way. Okay. Yeah, Redan is tough in bingo because you need to have like to survive a hit. You need to have I don't know the exact number, but you need a good amount of vigor to survive a hit. So definitely not the simplest thing to do. What's up, Flawed? That's a great question, Tiger Shark. Yeah, that's the one thing about bingo. And Hunter was saying that when he was making like the video, and in the title, he's like, yeah, I don't want to make it sound like fucking a bunch of old people are playing bingo. But yeah, we are not talking about a bunch of like pensioners sitting in a retirement home eating like I don't even know what porridge and waiting for these numbers to be called out or something. We're talking about speed running, high octane gameplay in Elden Ring. Yeah, prune juice and porridge. There's got to be a better name for it, though. But it literally is dude, that, though.
That's so shit.
Yo, Zero, thanks so much for the
so
2 gifted subs, dude.
That is such a garbage.
I appreciate that.
Oh my god.
What's up, Miklos? Yeah, we're gonna get that average age of the audience up. Need those higher numbers, dude. I definitely do think that they're like you could name it something else, but Get drunk while playing bingo with old people. You'd love to see it, dude.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Okay.
This is going too far.
Okay, we've made it here a little bit faster this time. Because I've been playing and talking, even though I've, like, totally don't remember anything I've done so far. I guess I forgot to kill the bird, death bird, but it honestly doesn't matter. Whoa, that is a lot of fucking damage, dude. Please don't roll this, bro. How is that so much damage this time? I don't know. Obviously, something's different. Maybe my distance was closer or something. Oh, you know what? Maybe I forgot to... I maybe forgot to swap out the... Source seal last time. All right, come on, buddy. Start backpedaling. Thank you. Okay, bug with jellyfish. That is true. I don't really want to use it, but I'm tempted to. When, yeah, so at this point, like, we're going for the run.
Maybe.
So if I get hit, I'll reset.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
Raiden, thanks for the 31-month Prime sub, dude. Welcome back. Deathbird for red feather talisman. Wonder if this will be still 4 pots. Okay, well, definitely now.
Hello. Elliot's rather my mistress, but I was a could I ask that thug only if you've... Oh, what a blessed thug, please.
Double jelly? Yeah, so what I could do, there's a lot of situations where using the double jellyfish shield would change stuff. Like on Gideon, for example, right? If I use the double jellyfish shield there, then I could make it so that I don't need the madness stone and I could just kill him in 3 hits. There's also like a lot of other ways I could do it. But, you know, in that case, the madness strat on Gideon's just so funny that I think I have to do it, you know? Like, I just want to do it because it looks cool. Yeah, I could also do it on like Radagon and make it totally scripted. Like 100% scripted. And if anyone's wondering, the way you do it, and I'm sure this will be fixed at some point, but with one jellyfish shield, if you put it in your left hand, buff with it, and then put it in your right hand and then buff with it, like just swap it, you get both, you get like double buff, basically, so. It's very dumb.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, kind. Did I forget? I see you are very to steady such, please.
Yeah, Sacred Blade is insane. I think Sacred Blade's like my favorite Ash of War just because of how useful it is. Okay, patches again. Yeah, the bandit strat is good. Have to be equipped. It doesn't have to be equipped anymore. And it used to, like, it also used to be that you had to keep it like one-handed. Like you couldn't put it on your back, for example. But now, like, you can just totally unequip it. You still get the buff. I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but I don't think they meant for that. But yeah, 109 has literally been like the worst patch of the game by far. Take it off, increase blue dancer. 100%, yeah, and I'm probably going to do that. On certain fights, it makes sense to do that, so I will. Even though, like, it is probably a bug, but I genuinely don't know. Like, maybe they meant to do it. But as a player of the game, I can only assume that it's meant to be there, I guess. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yep. Like, you definitely get a bonus from unequipping it. No, we don't sleep Gideon. We just what I'm gonna do is get 2. We use 2 sparks on him, and sorry. The first thing we do is place the madness stone next to him. Then we wait. We do 2 sparks, and then after that he'll do his debuff. But in that time when he's trying to debuff, he'll get madness procced, and then we do a 3rd spark, and that kills him. And the reason why I can't just do 3 sparks is just because with the setup I have currently, like, I could do a lot of things. Get a lot of extra buffs to increase my damage, like Commander Standard and stuff, but with the setup I have at the moment, I just don't have enough damage to kill him in 3. Like, so literally, even if I got the Golden Vow incantation, that would be enough to kill him. Or, of course, I could do the double Jellyfish shield buff and easily kill him and stuff. But yeah, I'm just going to go with the Madness strat because it looks cool, basically. That's why. Okay, let's go ahead and not die this time. 1.0 Elden Ring. Well, I played the game on release, but I guess I haven't... like I've seen somebody making videos on, like, one of the super early versions of Elden Ring that, like, you can't actually play on. So if that's the one you mean, then no.
Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and all. Well, finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a lady of reason, through and through.
Patch is the legend, dude. Gaslighting legend.
I took you for an innocent... Well, water... I'm patchy. Tarnished like only for now. In exchange
It simply isn't like you.
So don't be... I'll be ready to win.
All right, up to Volcano. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we're going to get volcano pots, but I don't actually use them until very late game. What's up, Gargolis? Gino Makima in the chat. Wait, Gino Mashima. That's a new one. Yeah, gargled this. But yeah, anyways, I guess the last thing on the bingo is just hopefully, as I was saying, hopefully we get kind of some clarity on what the tiebreaker situation is before the weekend, so that people kind of, you know, at least
I'll give you the best nut ever.
know that it's not being like altered to
This is going
benefit
too far.
certain people or something, you know.
What's up, Gino? Gino on the run. Machino love.
The Char, thanks for the 213 sub, dude. Welcome back. Yeah, I definitely have to say, like, the actual leaderboard and how things are turning out is not even close to what I expected. First of all, I was pretty certain that I would be like, I would have an okay record. I thought I was going to be like, maybe, I don't know. I thought I was maybe going to be like trying to get that 4th spot, or, you know, 3rd or 4th or something, like try to sniff around there or something, but somehow I'm undefeated, which is not like that. I don't think that's right, but I somehow am. And then, like, I think Aggie's done about as I expected. Like, I thought he was probably going to, like, lose 1 match, maybe, to Chris or something. But yeah, like, I guess I haven't watched them do bingo very much, so I don't know. But all I've heard is that Chris wins every time. That's what I've heard. So, like, I think he's gotten a little bit burnt out in Elden Ring. I think that's what I've seen. So maybe he's just not, like, trying to take it as seriously anymore, but for sure I didn't expect, you know, him to be, like, actually trying to fight for a 4th place spot at this point, you know, like 3rd or 4th place spot. I was, like, pretty certain it was going to be, like, Chris, Aggie, and then, you know, maybe Ain and me kind of, like, battling it out, and Josh in there too. That's what I predicted. Why, dude, why did I even do the request line? Actually, wait, is it more efficient? Oh, okay, wait a second. Maybe it's, like, slightly more efficient, but we have to go to Volcano Pots anyway, so. Teleport chest, southmost place in Weeping. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's actually a skip with the exploding physic to get down into Altus that way. I guess maybe it is more efficient to do request lines still. Because I was planning on... like, for this route, I was planning on, like... So we obviously have to do the trek up to Volcano Manor, or up to the Merchant for the Volcano Pots from this direction, but I was just gonna, like, keep going to Volcano Manor from there, but... I mean, yeah, I could just do the Rhea quest line, and maybe it's, like, slightly faster. Because I have to go... I want to go kill the Deathbird anyways. And, so we're kind of already there, so... Let's go on Snoopy. Jabri's Howl buff all damage. It does, yeah, 25%. For 40 seconds. I don't actually use it on this run, though. And it's simply because the stat investment is very high. And we just don't need it. Like, it's only an extra 5% damage. We're not dealing any damage types other than fire and physical. It's 100% worth it, though, once you start using those other damage types, like magic or literally just any other damage type. Then you get a huge bonus from that. 33 faith, which on most melee runs, that's actually not a lot. Because obviously you got, you know, your faith tier, which is 10, plus Godrick Great Rune 5, plus 5 from the Faith Talisman. So you can make it so that you only need 13 faith for it. So, like, on a lot of melee runs, it makes a ton of sense to go get it. It's just on this run, like, the dex is very valuable in the physic tier and stuff, so. We also want fire. Fire tier. Doesn't buff spells. Well, yeah, I guess incantations, it's bugged right now, so. In an RL1 run? It depends on your setup. I would say probably not, but just depends. Let's go like that. Browser crash. Well, I don't know, actually, I don't think it's my browser crashing, but But yeah, I mean, it could happen for sure. Like that lag. Winged Scythe. Yeah, I've done... The only no-hit run I've done with a Scythe is the Halo Scythe, which is probably like the worst one. Maybe it's not the worst one, but it was pretty bad. Now that I'm thinking about this, I do think that joining Volcano Manor there would make a lot of sense, and then we get Gambit for this running section. But I don't actually know if it really does anything. I maybe should have gone back and waited for nighttime, dude. Because it said late night. There's another Grace up here, but I'm not really going to be able to, Hopefully we get there in time. Well, the problem with the Halo Scythe is that it's holy damage, right? If it wasn't holy damage, it'd probably be, like, okay. But holy damage for the any percent no hit run is not what you want to be using. Oh, winged is holy? Okay, yeah, it's probably bad then. Wait, is the wing sight the one that does like the Estus blocking? How dare you post all those cursed emotes on me? Yeah, like the thing with the wing scythe or the Halo scythe is that it had a very good Ash of War for early game that had, you know, because it had bleed on the scythe, right? So you can get quick hits off. And you could get amazing DPS on the early game bosses. It's just when you got to like late game, it kind of sucked.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever. This is going too far. Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Gev, thanks for the 9-month resub, and Omnicat, thanks so much for gifting the sub.
This is going too far.
Appreciate that.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Gonna be a video? Yeah, when I get the run for sure.
Far.
Arm wrestling any percent? Maybe that should be the tiebreaker in bingo, dude. An arm wrestling match. Who do you guys think would win? In the 3-way tiebreaker for 3rd place or whatever. Who would win that? Chris, Josh, or Ain? I don't know, man. Yeah, Ain's got to win for sure, I think, yeah.
Please, I'm angry.
Yeah. I agree, I think, with that.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever. This is going too far.
And Omnicat as well. Thanks for the brand new sub as well. Thanks so much, Omnicat. We're kind of... I mean, I guess we're okay on runes right now.
I am
Well, maybe we're not, though.
Perhaps. Will you join YXM Rise with us? And now you the drawing room.
I'm sure we'll have enough. Okay, so let's go to round table. Actually, wait. Oh. Oh, yeah, I gotta reload.
Well, I don't believe it. Here
I wonder if Ain's like totally if he's like not lying about his parents and stuff. That's so funny if he's not. Like his parents visiting and they think he's doing some like software job and he's just totally not. It's like streaming on Twitch. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. Okay. Maybe. I guess we can go buy Gambit and stuff. Yesterday's match was good. I won. I won in like 42 minutes or something. And it was good. Like it was a good board to get, and I was also trying to like kind of hurry the match up a little bit because I had some like Easter plans. So like they were initially supposed to be on Saturday, which is why like the match on Sunday was good, but then since the power was out, it, messed everything up. So yeah, I was thinking like I just wanted to try to win quickly or lose quickly or just whatever. Shortest match. I doubt it, but I have no idea. I haven't been keeping track. Bloody Gambit? Yeah, we're probably gonna upload like any of the interesting matches, I think. Like any of the ones that were maybe like close or just, was interesting. We beat Chris in the final. Yeah, surely.
I'll give you the best nut
Surely
ever.
that's gonna happen.
This is going too far.
Brennan, thanks for the 4-month resub. Welcome back. No, I was saying it earlier, like, the positionings of bingo now are very interesting because it's I would say it's a decent likelihood that I actually have to go against Chris in the first round even, right? Depends on what the tiebreakers are. But yeah, there's like a decent chance that I could be against him in the first round, which is like, obviously that's not great for me. But possible. Why's my damage so low?
Well, thou art of passing skill.
Am I forgetting something?
Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
What the hell happened there? Oh, dude, I didn't use the physic. For fuck's sakes, man. Of course. Yeah, that's supposed to be a scripted fight there. Classic. How's it going, Tom? Yeah, I'm trying to get used to putting the physic into my slot over here, like this slot, but I just forget sometimes now. I am gonna go need some more fan daggers, so let's go get those. Left D-pad. Yeah, I've been doing like, for most of the game's release and all the runs I've done, I just keep these on like my main bar here, but I definitely wanted to start getting used to doing not on the main bar, especially with consumables when it's like I have like a million items on there. But yeah, I've been doing like blue on left D-pad, heal, top, and then like Memory of Grace probably doesn't have to be there, I guess. But I also kind of like it there sometimes. It depends. Depends what I'm doing. But yeah, that's probably the one that I could switch out very easily though, I guess. Like D-pad down. But it's just like there's certain dungeons and stuff where you want to bone out and like queue up the bone out on the lever or something. Whoops. Yeah, and for Fire Giant, 100%. Yeah, true. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, that's kind of required. So yeah, it's fine. I just need to remember, because the thing is, there's basically no situation where you'd have to use the physic like quickly, and you're like urgently trying to use the physic. So it makes a lot of sense. Whereas all these other ones, like, you kind of use more. Play the game mouse and keyboard. I've never like solely played the game on mouse and keyboard, but I definitely use it like sometimes, especially when I'm aiming.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever. This is going too far.
Maybe I'll give you the best OnlyFans run ever. Machina flushed.
Deepod, thanks for the 22-month Prime sub, dude. Welcome back. Will you play mouse and keyboard? Yeah, lots of runners do. Mouse and keyboard's very good for speedrunning specifically, I'd say. Maybe not so much in this game as much as Dark Souls 3, but yeah, Dark Souls 3, like a lot of the top speedrunners use mouse and keyboard, and same with PvP as well. Like menuing can be better on mouse and keyboard, like swapping, and then also like you can run in a straight line much more easily. Okay, what the hell? Like, what is this lock on, bro? Like, yeah, surely I wanted to lock onto the guy way down the road instead of the guy that's point blank. Surely that's what I meant to do. Yeah, I think like Forza does all of his runs on keyboard, right? And he like he's probably the top speedrunner for Elden Ring that I know uses keyboard. Maybe there's more that I'm just not aware of, but I meant to go get something. Oh yeah, we want to go get the blue dancer charm now. Patch lock on. Well, the problem is that lock on has been the same in every Souls game, and like so far. I honestly think it was the most annoying in Sekiro because they use sort of the same process of locking on to do grappling in that game. And so I'm sure if anyone's ever watched anybody play Sekiro a lot, or if they played the game a lot, they would know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you're looking directly at a grappling point, and just for some unknown fucking reason, your character just hops to a different one. And it's very annoying. Oh yeah, true. Mitch does play mouse keyboard. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean, they've always had a problem with lock on. I mean, it's okay, but for sure there's lots of improvements that could be made, I guess. Yeah, it was actually very frustrating in that game. Like, especially if you're trying to like go fast and speed running or something for Sekiro, because you'd be like trying to go to a grappling point and then you just go somewhere else. So it was actually a skill to kind of adjust to that and know the game well enough where like each specific grappling point you'd have to, you know, kind of exactly know where to look and stuff. Ooh, that's kind of not a good jump. I don't get punished for this. Oh. Let's go in Valence. This was all good. Okay, physic this time. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure I was supposed to set up red feather for this. I guess not. Into the wrong one, of course. I think I did set up red feather for him before, but I just don't need it. And I also didn't whiff any hits there. I think that's kind of the main reason why I did. Just because it's so easy to whiff Band Daggers, man. Surely that's not a scam. Fan daggers can't be crafted, no. Oh, I don't think so. But you can buy unlimited from patches. Never click on links, you guys, that you don't know what they are. Do not do that. It's unfortunate that that's what happens because like that could be a legitimate survey or something, but I mean, they like send you a link and just don't click on it. Okay, we will go with this one. Oops, fuck. Oh my god, that was such a bad roll. I can't believe it. I'm a little rusty or something, dude. Huh. Maybe we should do like a full run through first or something, dude, because I apparently just like I don't play the game for like 5 days and then just all of a sudden I just forget everything apparently. Not ideal. Godrick's first phase harder than second phase. I don't agree with that. Well, it depends what you're doing. I think for no hit, his phase 1 is actually or sorry, his phase 2 is actually just totally like unfair. With the fire deflection, obviously. Literally anytime there's fire deflection in this game, it's unfair and it's garbage and it's broken as fuck. So I don't believe so, pingers, but I guess I've never tested that. I would assume it doesn't. True, yeah. If your DPS is high enough, then phase 2 is no problem because you just kill him, but if you're actually trying to do like a long fight with Godrick, then phase 2 is worse. Unquestionably. Fire deflection is literally the worst thing they've added in this game. Like, 100%, that's true. It's so bad. I saw somebody lose a run. Somebody put a clip in the Discord. I forget whose run it was, but they were... can't remember who it was. But they were fighting Godrick and like just doing like a normal... I think it was an Iron Balls phase 2 kill where you just script him at the end. Just doing exactly what I did, but the fire deflected off of the dragon and hit him as he was killing Godrick at the phase 1. Or phase 2, sorry. Yeah, maybe it was a license, yeah. So that's the type of stuff that happens, dude. Like, you're just minding your own business, you're killing the boss, and then all of a sudden you just get hit out of absolutely nowhere. So, fire deflect... So, yeah, so in this game... this wasn't really a thing that existed much in the previous games. There were examples of it, like Gravetender's Great Wolf in DS3. But essentially, the projectile attacks, like Godrick's fire attack, the most notable one that you probably know of is Fire Giant's Fire Breath in phase 2. the attacks interact with the environment and then will, like, there's some calculation or there's some, like, I guess, physics that, or whatever, that's put in place that will, like, set it off at some angle, and it will bounce, right? And the issue with it is that it's very unpredictable because, you know, sometimes it connects with the ground and then it just shoots right back, or it goes into the air, or just, you know, something weird happens. And the reason why it's such a problem is because it's unpredictable, right? And when you're trying to do a no-hit run and things are unpredictable, that's a very bad combination. And Fire Giant is the absolute worst example, probably, because his fire attack has the most range of any fire attack in the game by, like, a lot. And so if you watch my my Fire Giant kill on Fist Only, where I fought him for like 4.5 hours, or sorry, maybe it was 5.5, I can't remember, but there are instances of that attack hitting me probably a good like 8 seconds after he does the attack. And there was one where I think I killed this guy. There was one where I was on very low HP, and I dodged the attack. I'm like, okay, I'm safe. And then it comes right back and just fucking hits me. Probably, like, legitimately 6 to 8 seconds after the attack was finished. So, it's horrible. It's an absolutely horrible idea. And it was a problem in Dark Souls 3 on the Gravetender's Wolf, for no-hit runners that did, like, long kills on him. But that's literally only, like, 6 people that actually affected. Most people didn't notice it. It also didn't have very much range, so it was mostly consistent. But yeah, now in this game, they decided to go crazy and just give every breath attack basically the ability to deflect off of stuff. And yeah, it's very bad. Like, it's horrible. Fire Giant attack never bounced back to where he was. Like, is that true because it's, you know, it's coded to be that way, or is that just, you know, some coincidence? Yeah, because I guess I'm pretty sure I haven't seen a projectile bounce directly straight back, I guess, but I don't know. Like, that could be something that's just a high percentage, right? That's what I would assume, just based off how it works, but... or how I think it works. Either way, like, I don't think there's ever going to be a moment where I don't bone out a Fire Giant on that attack, but... maybe if I start doing runs with, like, super low damage, then maybe. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just a horrible, like, it's a horrible idea. And it affects a lot of fights other than Fire Giant. Borealis is probably the absolute worst one in the game, I think. Or Fire Giant and Borealis are the worst ones. And the thing with Borealis is that it has the normal dragon breath attacks, which they deflect, but it's not that bad. But the reason why Borealis in particular is so bad is because I don't know if this is actually true. But what I think is that the ground in that fight, when you're on the ice, it's not actually considered the ground or something. And so it doesn't... It just... The breath attacks behave very strangely. And what ends up happening is sometimes the Borealis will do that, you know, one of the breath attacks, and just the projectile speed is insanely fast for some fucking reason. And then it's just, like, unsurvivable. Like, it's the attack where he, you know, the dragons go up and then they start flying backwards with breath and stuff. That one can potentially be completely unsurvivable if you're at close range. And yeah, I tested that for like a good couple hours, and I just sometimes you can't survive. So on the level 1+0 run, I have to use magic on him. Like, I just have to use Night Comet because I can't use melee consistently.
Welcome. The stars of
As long as no hit fight.
The festival.
I honestly have no idea. Probably like 40 minutes, I guess. Maybe like 35. Good consumable strat. Yeah, consumable strat is good, but on level 1+0, it's not as good. Like, it's still good, but that requires you to use large scraps, and there's a limited amount in the game, so... No, I didn't email FromSoft. But it would be Bandai that I'd have to email. A strongly worded email to Bandai. To just get them to look at it. I still should, though. Yeah, for sure, recycle bin. Yeah. I mean, I should maybe, I don't know. I just like to bone out on that attack still. I should do some like testing on it though, myself. Not that I don't trust people, but I gotta like see it myself. I don't actually know if Blue Dancer is better at this point. It probably is. I'll just assume it is, I guess. Okay. Let's go on, Lauren. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Fire Giant one, I could definitely see it being more manageable than the Borealis one. Like, the Borealis one just seems to be just straight up, like, fucking... Come on, dude. The Borealis one is just really stupid. Although, to be fair, I guess overall it's easier to deal with because you can just use range. Like the Fire Giant one... The Fire Giant one's still worse. Because you know... It doesn't feel like there's any way that you could actually consistently dodge it. Theoretically, I guess. Even if there's some high percentage ways. Whereas the Borealis one... You kind of can. Although I've seen some crazy shit though with the Borealis one. Oh wait, did I not reach red feather there? That's actually funny. I guess because I took off the source seal. Whoops. Yeah, it's just basically if they remove that fire deflection, and I you know, I haven't actually like looked in the game code and to see how difficult that would be, but I imagine that would be very simple to do. Probably. And if that just didn't exist, then the game would be so much better for no hit running and like even for casual playthroughs to a degree, right? I'm sure a lot of players have had those deflection memes on some of those fights, and you know, they probably just don't think too much about it. But as a ranged weapon, Bolt of Grandsack is good. Solari's Tree could be useful potentially. I'm not really sure what else, but okay, so we're going to Tree Sentinel. Yeah, the issue with Solari's Tree is that it doesn't have as much range, and then it's also a slower projectile that doesn't track at all.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Oh, by the way, Hollow, thanks for the 8-month Prime sub, and Lewis,
too far.
thanks for the 6-month Prime sub as well. Gravity weapon. Yeah, the Falling Star Beast Jaw is still good, but it's definitely not...
Maybe
like it used to be.
Best nut ever. This is going too far.
And true, yeah, the common theme between all those 3 weapons is that the base weapon itself isn't great. Like, Bolt of Grand Sax, using it as a weapon is honestly pretty bad. And, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. I just don't even know. Iron Ball's best weapon for all bosses? Wait. All remembrances? Like, are you asking for all remembrances or for all bosses? I would say Iron Balls for all bosses would be okay, but it definitely wouldn't be the best thing. For all remembrances, Iron Balls, like, you'd probably want to go Starfist for that, but yeah, it's very good for all remembrances. There are definitely certain fights, though, where, like, the fist range is bad. Like, on Moose, it's not great. We can, like, set up a stagger or something. Oh, man, I was supposed to be picking up these Altus Blooms here. Kind of forgot. Best for all bosses? Like, the best build? Undoubtedly Magic. Like, Night Comet and stuff is broken as hell. And it always has been. And I have absolutely zero doubt that that build for leveled... When I was doing when we were routing level 1 plus 0 boss no hit, which I'm still going to do, obviously, Magic still trivializes that run, which is crazy, right? Basically, every single boss that we've tested against, using just Night Comet just kills them. And it's so easy. It's ridiculous. So yeah, when you're doing that level and you're getting like 3 times the damage, it's just, it's just totally, yeah, just very simple. Night Comet? Yeah, Night Comet is better for sure. I mean, Fandaggers are, I actually wouldn't even say they're broken necessarily, because they're not good on everything. They're very good situationally, but Night Comet is good on like almost everything. Knight's Cavalry Cheese still works, yeah. So I definitely think, yeah, you know, for all bosses and DLC no hit, just using sorcery is going to be the easiest thing. Yeah, doing it melee only would be very interesting, I think. Because then you actually have to fight stuff, at least. What's up, Javin? From DLC? I mean, I think there's going to be a few main bosses, and, you know, it's hard to say how many DLCs they're going to release. But, yeah, I mean, I would say overall there's probably going to be a pretty significant amount of added main bosses. And a bunch of minor bosses as well, and just more of the same stuff. Like, probably a whole new area. At least one new area. Gotta remember to pick up this Altus Bloom. I think we need 16 of them, I think. Or maybe it's 14. One massive DLC, you think so? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for more than one, though, considering there's no doubt it would sell very well. Okay. A boss as high in quality as Gale? I think probably. I would say probably yes. But they've also seemed to take in the route of like those major bosses being, well, at least Millennia is probably, I would say, the hardest, one of the hardest bosses they've ever made. And Gale, I wouldn't say is at all, so. That's probably like the only thing I don't like about Gale very much is that he's almost just too simple. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just me having way too many hours in the game speaking. Surely I popped the physic, right? Dude, how do I keep forgetting the physic? And how does it not even matter? Like, I just keep forgetting, man. And then it keeps not mattering. I do think Gale was really cool because it wasn't, it was at least a little bit more complicated than just the normal, like, you just dodged at the right time, because there was at least elements of positioning in it, where with this cape, like, you couldn't just dodge in the wrong direction or else you would still get clipped or something. I like that. Yeah, Nameless King was cool because, I think Nameless King was cool just because of the, I'm gonna go get more Fandaggers too. I think just the aesthetic of the fight was awesome. Like you're fighting on a cloud and he looks sweet, even though he was very simple, right? Like super easy boss, but well, I mean, maybe that's not true. I don't know. My perspective of how difficult things are is really messed up. Maybe I should have been using these actually. Yeah, I guess I do remember actually a lot of people having issues with him and saying he's like the hardest fight and stuff. Okay, what the fuck is this? Any mods in the chat, dude? I do, yeah, I definitely remember people saying he was the hardest fight. I never really understood that. Even on my first playthrough, I'm pretty sure I first tried him, and I was like, I sucked at the game. But I'm pretty sure I killed him first try, so. This is not all boss, it's just an, any percent. We're talking about Nameless King. But yeah, like I think just my like I said, my perspective on the difficulty of the fights in Dark Souls 3 is just totally off at this point. Eridor, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Uploading VODs? I have, and I've actually started doing it, but I haven't actually like made them public. I don't know. I need to figure out something for that. Like, I'm sure I could do it, like, make it automated somehow. Yeah, Frida's tricky for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there's some, like, insane boss in Dark Souls 3, dude, but the thing is, though, I think with Elden Ring, it's very easy for people who were fans of the previous Souls games to look at Elden Ring and go, like, okay, these bosses are worse. And I think they are for sure, overall. But Elden Ring brings so much more than Dark Souls 3. Like, you think about that DLC that Frida is in. It sucks. It kind of sucks. It really kind of sucks,
Thank you
man.
for bringing me here, and thus I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have.
So,
I have no.
like, I would easily take worse bosses, but way better areas and stuff. I would take that, I think, over just, like, a very good main boss, and then that's kind of it. That's just my preference, though. And that's why I like this game so much, I think. I also like that there's just a lot to do in this game. Yeah, DS3 areas are very, yeah. I think, honestly, just all the old Souls games, when you compare it to Elden Ring areas, it's just so much worse. Maybe DS1 is the only one that, like, could maybe even think about trying to hold up to this, but I don't even think it's close still.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
And that's, of course, only for, like, 30% of the game.
This is going too far.
Glue time.
Although, to be fair, Elden Ring does have some weaknesses for that, too, right? Like, Mountaintops is pretty bad. Topson, thanks for the 10-month resub, dude. It's going Sagan. It's not perfect, but when you look at areas like Lanedale and Stormvale and some of the, I mean, it's just the legacy dungeons, I think, that are very good. The good, I mean, there's some not great ones, though, but... Maybe I'm actually overblowing that a little bit. Volcano Manor's cool, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some bad ones. Yeah. I don't think Shaded Castle is too bad. I think Shaded Castle is fine. Okay. The sewers are honestly, like, very, very good, I think. I think the sewers are maybe one of my favorite areas in the game. Except at least, yeah, I'll remember the physic tier this time, surely. What? What is... Oh, dude, did I... Is this still gonna work? Probably not. kind of a slight mistake. But I definitely, like, used to Gambit for that. I do know the moveset of the enemy, so it wasn't a big deal, but... I definitely did Gambit for that enemy usually, I thought. I don't know why he didn't... Why she didn't get up there. Crouching? Yeah, maybe. It's weird. So I guess I should just never Gambit for that. Good to know. Oh, you just sprint with Gambit? Yeah, maybe that's what I usually did. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, so, let's start getting strength, I think. I do need to remember the strat, so shackle. What was the strat? Because I got hit here last time. So I think we shackle, we do a bunch of fan daggers until phase 2. I do 1 after he starts phase 2, and then I do 2 sleep pots, and then I think that's it, right? I think it's pretty simple. Why did my... Yeah, RTS Gambit is really annoying. Liali, by the way, thanks for continuing the gift sub. Appreciate that. Okay, this is the last boss we have to use the Gambit setup for. Okay, so... Physic. Oh, is Fetid Pots like the new setup for Red Feather? Please tell me I use my... Oh my god, of course I fucking whiffed that hit somehow. I guess it actually doesn't matter with the sleep strat, maybe. Okay, yeah. I kind of just forgot how this was supposed to work. We don't actually need to not cancel that attack, because I'm pretty sure we didn't there. Well, if we don't get this run here, at least it'll be a lot cleaner next time. Because I'll actually remember everything. And I threw an extra fan dagger in that phase 1, which was probably a bad idea. Because I could... My second sleep pot, I threw it a bit late, and I could have gotten blasted by one of the spewing shit things. So... Okay, let's go get the, I guess we could get this later. You know what? I'll just get it later. But we will go, Fire Giant now. I don't know. Is this actually... You know what? Maybe I will go get this now. I don't want to forget, and then Action Capital, and then I'm screwed. We have some business in here. And Miranda powder. And these are for the spark aromatics that we use later. Very important, actually. Spark is... I definitely did not think that I was going to be using perfumes on this run, but Actually just so good. And I think overall they probably end up saving us a little bit of time because of the Gideon kill. I don't actually... Is this safe to just run away from this enemy? Can you get a... I feel like it's probably possible to get the Golden Land attack. Oh, can't do it at full HP. Okay, cool. Let's go on Brendan, by the way. Are you sure it can't do it at full health? If that's true, then it should be fine. I think you're right, though. At least the bosses, I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't know. I'll just like look back, and if it ever did happen,
I'll give you the
just
best
duck into one of the
nut
corners
ever.
or something.
This is going too far.
How have the runs been going?
Luck, thanks for the 2-month Prime sub, dude. It's going okay so far. Nothing crazy. I guess we'll just see with this this avatar here. I don't know. I've done this a few times now and I haven't seen it. People told me it's fine, so... Yeah, you would imagine you probably have enough time to get behind that... cart or whatever. A stream with Bushy? I mean, I'd probably be open to that. It depends, like, what we would do, but... I'm usually not somebody who collaborates too much with other streamers, but I guess I have recently. So, yeah, I mean, I would do that. Club with Edie? I'm sure we'll do something. Like, probably will. Yeah, doing the co-op runs is fun. For sure. Sister Frida? I would agree with that, yeah. I think, are there any 3-phase boss fights in the game so far? None that I can think of that are like actual true 3-phasers. So I would assume we're probably going to get something. Well, not Fire Giant, not really though. It's not like Horrorlu's like a 4-phaser or something. Soul Center was 2 phases. Sister Frida was 3 phases, like 3 distinct different fights, basically. And Gale was 3 phases as well. Even though, like, they're not distinct fights, but there's like a notable change in the fight. Well, I don't know. I guess it just depends how you define it. Just depends. Yeah, you could say that for sure. Horrorlu's 3 phases or 4 phases, but I don't know. Yeah, Spirit Caller's Cave, I guess. Yeah, that's true. But that's not like a main boss though. I think that they're going to have a boss that is sort of like Millennia tier, but then just has another phase, you know? Like baits people. The boss pretends like it dies, but then it doesn't. I would bet a lot of money on that. Rygon? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Not the same, though. As like a fucking... Maybe similar to a three-phase Gale for sure, I think, but... Not compared to like a Frida. Yeah, there's like a lot of... I mean, it just depends how you count. I remember people saying... What's the damn boss's name in Bloodborne? Like fucking Ludwig or something has... No, wait. Man, I don't actually remember the boss's name. The fucking, like, fire guy in the DLC. Having, like, fucking 14 phases or something. So... Yeah, Lawrence. Yeah, that's one. It's like got all these like weird HP thresholds, a new attack is possible or something. So but I wouldn't actually say that that's really a true multi-phase. Like that's not how I would say. I think there's got to be some sort of like phase transition or something, you know? And Horlu does have a bunch of phase transitions, so you could definitely say that he has 4 phases, I guess, right? Phase 1, and then he does a scream into his axe thing, and then he's, you know, phase 2, and then he switches to Horlu phase, which is phase 3, and then he switches to Horlu phase 2, which is phase 4, and yeah. And he, like even Fire Giant, right? Fire Giant for sure has 3 then. Because he does do a transition phase to phase 2, which is actually like kind of phase 1, but... Yeah, I guess that's true. But those are disappointing though, compared to a Frida fight, I would say. Yeah, Cinder does have, I guess, a lot of phases then, potentially. Because he does swap his weapon, which I guess you could see as like a phase transition or something.
Best nut ever. This is going too far.
Amorim, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, dude. Appreciate that. Whose head has to drastically change? I kind of agree with that. I think there has to be a transition, and then there has to be, yeah, some big change. But would you say that Gale phase 2 to 3 is big enough difference? Like, where's the line drawn? Because, yeah, I guess, you know, he unlocks his Scream attack with all the orbs, and then... What else is there? I honestly can't remember. The other orb attack. I somehow don't remember Dark Souls 3 very well. He loses his crossbow, but then he unlocks that new crossbow attack. The flip. Oh, the music changed. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that could be one, actually. It's not a bad thing to go by, actually. I wonder how... Does Godfrey have music change between each of his 4 phases, or what? I think that's actually a very good one to go by. Yeah, I've never tried this, but I want to try Volcano Pot on this guy. I would assume it works. Beautiful. Easy. Yeah, I think, dude, that might be like the end all thing to go by then. The music change. I think that's legit, dude. So you gotta count when the music changes. The Great Club. You might be thinking of the level 1+0 run, which we're doing a different run here. Consumable only. No hit is what we're trying to do. For level 1+0 though, I don't use Great Club on Borealis. Just because the boss is inconsistent with the breath attack. You have to use range. At least like based off what I tested. It didn't seem like doing a melee fight against Borealis could be consistent. With the breath attacks are just not consistent, so. I did, Sturkov. I did do them all. I've just been, I don't know, been too lazy, I guess, to put them on the second channel. I've been meaning to just spend a day just exporting all those highlights onto that channel, but I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly not that. I will do that, 100%. Because they're all still highlighted and stuff. Let's go Domo. Yeah, I could make Hunter do it, I guess. Kind of annoying, though, exporting videos from Twitch to YouTube. It's actually kind of... I don't know. It's annoying. You can't, as far as I'm aware, you can't easily switch what YouTube account you're exporting to. And that's kind of annoying. Possible auto upload. I'm sure it is possible somehow. I don't know if Twitch has any actual like native way to do it though. Like, you'd probably have to just script something really quickly. Or I'm sure there's some third-party program that could do it too. Like maybe even like Streamlabs or something. Yeah, probably. I should probably look into that though. Yeah, level 1+0 Godskin Duo, you just use Slicer, and it's a totally scripted fight. Yeah, Slicer is very broken. Yeah, fan daggers are, like, we basically haven't used anything else yet. But as we get into later game, Spark is like amazing. So we start to use Spark at a certain point. Okay, how are we looking on stuff here? Don't need those. We definitely need these. We also have Seppuku now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, man. I don't know what it is though. Spark is just insane damage. It's like relatively quick, and fire damage is good on Radagon, and it's just really good. Spark is amazing, but oh yeah, Sleep Hot. The biggest problem with Spark is that it's kind of annoying to craft perfumes. Actually, very unlucky. There was like that last fire fucking like spout came up at like the worst possible position, so I probably missed out on like 2 or 3 fan daggers there. Of course, those are out of range. That's looking like a big amount of HP left. Course. Oh man. Okay, so this is actually so garbage. I have no more runes left. I have no runes. And I'm out of fan daggers and stuff. I really should have bought all the fan daggers and shit there, dude. Our sleep pot situation's fine at least. I really should have you know, it's funny, I remembered like thinking about this situation, but I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out. I didn't figure it out, clearly. That is true. There's a, yeah, there's a rune I didn't pick up there. There's actually a few I didn't pick up here. Oh, balloons is a good one too, actually. True, I didn't kill the balloons. Do I have a Grace near there? Okay, yeah, let's just go do those. That's like 12k. We'll just do that. Yeah, I could do a remembrance as well, I guess, but... So, I guess, yeah, now that I know... I just had 20k there. I definitely should have just gone to buy fan daggers and puckeries there. I didn't really think about that. Okay, how is our sleep pot situation, though? We still have 5, so that's enough. I may have to go visit, like, that lily tree, though, if I have to bone out again. But yeah, that's just a pretty bad RNG fight there. Not really much you can do. That's probably all I need. Not that expensive. And I don't need that many. That's what I get, though, for not thinking about that.
Hello.
Okay, it's enough for now. So, although if we get the breath attack again, then I may have to go pick up some of the runes and stuff. I mean, we technically don't really have to sleep him, but if we don't, then the fight becomes a hell of a lot longer. Okay. Should be able to go buff when we're inside here, I think. I think one of those was an eye hit, actually. Oh my goodness, dude. Actually crazy. That's actually insane, dude. I'll go kill these other ones, and then we're probably gonna need more now because we're actually low on stuff. Just brutal, dude. I wonder if that's gonna be... Guess we'll see if that's enough. It probably won't be. What should be happening? Well, like, he just needs to not do the fire attack. And then, like, if he doesn't, then right there, we got multiple eye hits. So he's probably only a couple away from bleeding, which would get close to killing him at least.
Hello.
Okay, so each one is 12, I guess. So... I'm gonna need more cuckeries too, though. Which are more expensive. But we definitely want to make sure we have all the cuckeries we can. Let's go here. Yeah, there's definitely more consumables I can use against him. Like, poison's definitely not great, but it's not horrible. But ultimately, I need to get a proc at some point, and doing... Like, fan daggers are very good, right? And you're better off just doing that DPS with the fan daggers than trying to proc something, unless it's rot. Like, I even tested the... I tested the... What is it? The the poison spray mist perfume, and it's honestly just not good enough. It's not bad, but it doesn't do enough work. All right, well, it'd be nice if he just, like, it's very unlikely for him to actually do that so early. Maybe I'm, like, baiting it a little bit more since I'm a bit further away or something, but, like, most of the times I practice this, it hasn't really been an issue. More damage than... But I don't know, like, it was weird because I used the spray mist on him, and it didn't seem to do any fucking damage to him, basically, compared to the rot. Like, I don't know if I just... if I'm just wrong or what happened, but it didn't seem that good on him for some reason. Like, the rot killed him. When I did it with rot, it just straight up killed him. But with the spray mist, it wasn't even close. So... Wow, my flame armor strength is already gone. Nice. And then somehow that second one missed, really? We did get an eye hit, though. Okay. I haven't seen anything like this before, dude. This is actually insane. Like, he's just, like, just constant fucking fire breath, dude. I'm gonna run out of goddamn runes to get. And this isn't even like a super long phase 2 either. He does like 3 attacks and then just fire breath instantly. Okay, well, we're definitely running out of spots to get runes from. Rod pots are very far out of the way. And they, like, honestly, they wouldn't have even saved what has happened, like, in those fights, right? Because, you know, even with rot, and you're, like, let's say you're super far away and he does fire breath, like, it can still easily hit you. So, like, rot pots probably wouldn't have even saved what has happened there. Is it just he's doing it so quickly? There should be a few runes I can get here, right? There's one on this roof. The 12. I mean, we're just... This is so dumb, dude. Mogwin farm? Yeah, honestly. Knights Cavalry? I already killed the Knights Cavalry. I killed him right at the start. Yeah, and now we're gonna have to go restock up on sleep. And how are we looking on mushrooms? Okay, we're good on mushrooms, at least. Oh, this is so fucking stupid, bro. So dumb. And again, there we got a few eye shots, so he was probably very close to bleeding there.
Trading.
But he's just like refusing.
You will.
I'm gonna go restock up on these, I guess, with the rest of the runes I have. I didn't Lank yet, no.
Hello.
Just gotta get a few more of those, I guess. All right, let's go. We need more sleep, so let's go here. Yeah, we still have options, but like this is getting stupid, man. This is actually getting really stupid. I think my chat was broken for a second. Yeah, I guess I don't know if rot pots would have killed him though before that fire breath though. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, he's been doing it so quickly that I'm pretty sure he would still be alive and fucking blasting me with his fire breath. So I could roll the dice and just sit there and hope that he doesn't, or hope that it doesn't hit me, but okay, you fucking bastard. Yeah, maybe it would have killed him in time. I don't know. But there's no way that you could say that I should have gotten rot pots, though. Like, there's just no way. Like, sure, I guess in this insane situation where somehow 3 fights in a row, he's given us, like, immediate fire breath. But, you know, if you just get, like, a normal fight where he doesn't do fire breath, then like, rod pots takes an extra while to go get, and it's an extra boss as well. So, we're just, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was save file RNG. Why? Hey, my game's lagging?
Ever.
Dude. This is so stupid.
Far.
Yeah, maybe it's just insane save file RNG, like, why he wasn't doing fire breath all the times I've tested it. Like, he definitely did sometimes, but not 3 in a row. Falcon, thanks for the, brand new Prime sub, dude. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to buff. Like, hopefully he can't do this fucking, like, snow attack from 6 miles away. Because, yeah, my Flame Grammy strength wore out that last time, so it's not ideal. Better. Okay. This is maybe where, though, like, me not going in here is a huge mistake. Just, I have, like... Because, yeah, people have told me, and I've done it before on non-no-hit runs, like going underneath his legs there. I just don't trust it for no-hit, though. Okay, finally, dude. Finally a non-fire breath. See, like, it doesn't take that long, right? It just... like, most of the other fights, he's probably, like, just 1 or 2 attacks away from dying to a bleed, but... yeah, just, like, unreal RNG, dude. Well, yeah, definitely on this run, getting the rot pots probably would have saved us time. Would have made it a hell of a lot easier, but I think most of the time it's not actually worth it. Because yeah, if we just got that first fight, then yeah, it's no problem. I would say he probably does fire breath that often, like maybe 20. It's definitely less than 20% of the time. I would say, based on just the practice I've done with this. So yeah, like staying outside and then running into his body for Fire Giant there. That's what I've done. I've done that on casual runs before, and it's never really caused me any issues. But I haven't tested enough for no hit to actually fully believe in that strat. But another thing too is that like when you're not hitting his weak points, especially his eye, he takes a lot less bleed buildup. And so if you're not accurate on your throws, like you notice there, like on most of those fights, I got 2 or 3 headshots or eye shots. If you're missing those, then you're not going to get the bleed buildup fast enough. So.
Oh my god, dude, that's so
Hello, dude. Thanks so much
shit.
for gifting 5
That
subs.
is so
I appreciate that, dude.
shit. That is such a garbage.
Make sure you thank Allo, dude, if you got a sub.
God.
Okay, are we back on track? We got sleep pots. We should be back on track here. I think. What am I most afraid of? On this run, probably Elden Beast, I would say.
This world and death. Are
Elden
you
Beast
prepared?
or like Horlu or something.
Very well. Let my...
Alzerial, thanks, dude. Yeah, I definitely think the interesting matches will probably put on there. Which there's been a few of them, for sure. Let's go to Revan. What's up, Spec Op, as well? Been tricks for no hit runs? Yeah, maybe. I've been thinking about it. I just don't know how, like, what I would do for that yet, but. It's funny how this lag spike in this room still, it still happens. It's happened since day 1, dude. Where you walk through that room, you just get huge lag. Without fail. Learn and then win, dude. Exactly. Simply learn and then win. I have done... when I taught Bree how to no-hit the game with the iron balls route, I think I highlighted that, but if I were to put something on YouTube, I would want it to be more... like of an actual tutorial, not just me teaching somebody and then you just have to follow along or something. That guy normally walking that way? Okay, so... just fight. Now, we should have enough damage where I don't actually have to roll any of this noble's attacks. At least when I just practiced it, I did, so... I guess we'll see. I did miss a hit there, I believe. The OnlyFans run, dude. Except it's about to be not that anymore. At this point, it basically is, right? I guess I used a few volcano pots on Margit. But they're kind of... you don't need them. It's just optional. Makes it fully scripted if you use them. Of course, I forgot to use the physic on this run, so it wasn't scripted anyways, but... yeah, the OnlyFans stagger run. Except, yeah, I think there actually could be some legitimate concern about getting your video demonetized for that or something, so I don't know. Seppuku scared? Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, let's do the skip here. Let's go into reflections. Okay, so now Now we gotta go do a little bit of setup here. And by a little bit, like, there's actually a decent amount of setup we have to do here. Hopefully I remember it all. So probably the first thing would be to go get the fire damage setup. Do a run, upload it to OnlyFans. Yeah, sure, dude. Surely that's a good idea. I wonder what percentage of people like have an OnlyFans account and post to OnlyFans that isn't like sexual content, dude. What would you guys like? I literally just have no fucking clue what that number would be. But it's probably a decent percentage, right? But I know that platform wasn't initially meant for that. But then, like, it got turned into that. So, I'm sure there's quite a few people. But then, they probably, like, moved away as soon as, you know, it started being known as the fucking, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember when they said they were gonna ban it, and then what? I guess they just got a ton of backlash and stuff, so they just didn't. Also, they'd probably lose so much money if they did that. There's an Altus Bloom here that I can farm. What would get banned? Like the sexual content on OnlyFans. I remember they were saying that they were gonna ban it at one point. But yeah, just like the backlash was insane, so then they just didn't. How much Altus Bloom do we got? We got 11, so we need 5 more. There's actually a shit ton in this area up here, so I'm sure I could get enough. It's probably the best place to get Altus Bloom in the game, actually, is up here. For Tumblr. Yeah, I guess that's true, but then, like, Tumblr also... I mean, I don't know anything about Tumblr, but I thought Tumblr wasn't, like, only that, though, right? Like, compared to OnlyFans being, like, literally completely known just for that. I actually do need some volcanoes here. We should have prepared for this a little bit better. Okay, so we need this chest. We need this. I'm trying to pick up at least a couple of these, maybe. Should be close to enough. We got enough. So next place we go is, let's go here. I already got the Fire Scorpion. I'm kind of wondering if I should kill this enemy or not. wonder if staggering and then running past would make sense. Also get another Miranda powder, which actually is, like, could be useful potentially. Yeah, I could sleep, but that's true. That is a good point, actually. I shouldn't have rested. Trina lilies, they are, yeah, they are finite, but that's not what I need, though. Like, there's actually so many of those in the game that it'd be pretty unlikely to run out, especially on any percent. Poison cloud damage. Yeah, it would count as a hit. But that poison cloud doesn't actually deal damage. And then, like, poison ticks, like the actual buildup, only counts if you get procced by it, so. Oh, it's the first item here. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, I messed up majorly. Oh my god, I totally forgot to fucking... Shit, dude. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I'm probably just gonna have to lose 180k here. I don't think it's a good idea for me to just kill the boss for this. God, what a scuffed run. And this is why, this is what happens, dude. When I don't do a run for a good amount of time after I route it, and I don't have proper notes, this is just what happens, dude. I would easily be able to run out of this cave if it wasn't for this Estelle here. But I think that's a horrible idea. 180k. Like, that's could be significant, I guess, but I'm already, I guess I have 60 dex and 50 strength. I'm just worried about, like, our actual amount of consumables, but like, we're probably okay. I don't know. Let's see if I can deal with this Estelle somehow. But look at that aggro. Why do you aggro like that? It's okay. But yeah, I just totally forgot I had to bone out of this cave. Oh, this flower doesn't respawn. Okay, so let's go here. Not kill boss, because I don't have the setup for the boss.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
Aram, thanks for the 13-month resub, dude. Welcome back.
This is going too far.
Set.
Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess I could have killed it, but it is risky, and there's no point.
Maybe I'll give you
I'd definitely
the best
rather just go down
nut ever.
180k runes than just lose the
This is
run.
going too far.
I think I can just sneak and pick these up here. And Zarzan, thanks for the 2-month Prime sub. Welcome back, dude. Okay, so how many are we at now? 6. We want 8. And I honestly can't remember where I get the last one from, but... Look at the last one from. I don't remember which ones I haven't gotten yet. 7, yeah, I think it's 8, right? Oh, yeah, the merchant I didn't get. Right. There we go. I have 0 runes, but I actually have a few, so hopefully it's enough. What are the chances I change? I mean, I've had those sub notifications for years, so probably like decently high. I've had those for a long time. Surely I have enough runes for this. I don't remember how much it is. Maybe like 2,000? Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. So we got our perfume set up. Let's go kill the avatar. As I accidentally reset the splits, of course. Okay, we got 8. That's more than enough here.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Yeah, I could cut the going too far
far.
part for sure. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Ryder, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. Thanks, dude. I was thinking about that. Okay. Guess I threw an extra volcano pot there, but it's okay. So here we want to go fire and dex. And I really hope the lack of levels here doesn't actually affect anything. We're gonna find out, I guess. Because we are short. We're short like how many levels? A couple. Maybe like 5 or 6. Yeah, it won't make a difference here. Or on Gideon. It shouldn't actually make a difference anywhere. Probably. I hope if I actually like crafted the item that I need. Okay. So let's go ahead and drink and then we'll go in.
Thou approachest destined death. Will not have it stolen from me again.
Bro, really? Yep. Just this run has had such horrible RNG on it, dude. It's kind of insane.
Destined death. To kill what?
No, that wasn't because of levels. It's because buffs ran out. Yeah, like that's supposed to be a scripted phase 2. If you get a good phase 1 where if you get a good phase 1 where like it's fast enough where your buffs don't run out there, like he dies in phase 2 on those last hits, but both Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength ran out for the last hit. I think Vow was maybe still on for the second to last hit though. Okay, more treks to do, I guess. Let's go here. No, Spark doesn't hit twice, even though it looks like it should, but no, it doesn't. Surely this strat will go totally fine. Surely not a mistake that I'm trying this right now. But I could easily do something else. Yeah, perfumes, at least Spark scales with your dex and strength. Primarily dex, though. Maybe I should just open the chest so I can stand on it. I usually stand on the chest when I throw this. We're just shutting off the tower. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the fucking thing that we need. I'm not gonna pick up this one because this one's super awkward. So we're gonna go for the other one. No, we don't need Howl. We don't even have close to enough faith for it anyway, so. Surely I won't get lost here trying to pick this up. Surely. Okay, so I think I went down over here. That looks kind of far, but no, it's good. We go here. Race is there. Okay. Got the item. And we'll level up. I don't even know what to get. Like, we're kind of a really high level at this point. You get some endurance. Endurance isn't bad. You get more dex as well. I'll just go like this for now. Get faith? Yeah, I guess we could. The thing with the faith, though, is like, I think to viably use Howl on a run where you're not prioritizing faith, you have to have a slot for the faith tier somewhere. And like, I could slot it in maybe for the dex one, but I don't know if it's enough of a difference, right? It's only 5% and an extra maybe like 8 seconds usually or something, so. Oh yeah, I put on a warming. Imagine if I did that, dude. Jesus. That'd be so funny. Start healing Gideon. If that happened, you know, what I would actually have to do, I would have to bone out. And then I would have to go get like rot pots or something. Rot and poison pots set up. That'd just be hilarious, dude. After all that on Fire Giant, just have to like go back and get more. Okay, so the way we do this, fire setup is good. Let me just confirm I have the fire tier. I do. Golden Vow.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us. We continue to struggle. Unto eternity. I know in my
Beautiful.
bones, a tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
Yeah, so if I don't use that Frenzy Flamestone with this buff setup, we don't have enough damage to kill him in 3. Although, if I did go to get like Commander Standard or something like that, I easily would have enough. So I just like to do that strat because it's hilarious. Basically. Mr. Fortress, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, dude. I appreciate that. Okay, so Blue Dancer and Star Scourge. Oh, I guess we'll... I don't even know what to get, dude. Like, we're gonna hit 50... almost 50 strength. But I guess that's fine, right? We're good on Fan Daggers for now. Okay. Oh, dude, I have the wrong tiers in. It actually wouldn't make a huge difference, though. But I don't know. Might as well get the right tiers in there. Just have to remember to swap it back after. Because you don't really use fire here. Although I could. Like, I could use the perfumes, but they're so limited. Like, the actual guarantee Miranda powder drops are... Like, you have to farm the flowers, basically. We've picked up all the guaranteed Miranda powder drops that are in the game. These are the hardest bosses here, though, so we still got some stuff to do. Okay.
Thy strength befits a crown.
Okay. I meant to, like, I accidentally did the jellyfish shield buff, but I meant to do Golden Vow there on that transition. And I kind of just extended the fight. Because you're missing that, like, that Golden Vow damage on the transition, where you get, like, all those fan daggers off and stuff, so. Okay, wow, we're like a really high level here, dude. This is definitely a higher level than I was in the routing. Which is that should be good, I mean. I don't think that could be bad. So, yeah, let's go with fire here and then Dex. And I guess we're good on fan daggers and stuff, so. I wouldn't mind having a few more of those volcanoes for... I guess we don't need it. That's okay. Contagious Fury is bugged, yeah. In fact, I can show you how it's bugged if you guys want to on this fight. I don't know if I should, though. I probably shouldn't, because it might mess me up, but I also kind of want to. Okay, so of course we go this and this here, and then we will swap this out on the Elden Beast fight. I'm doing it. Okay. I'll show you guys. Everyone will want to see the damage anyways. Wow. I landed like 4 extra fucking hits right there. That was really good. Oh, dude, I almost fucking messed up that roll somehow. There we go. Easy. Easy. Well, I did sort of like mess up a few things. This was such a weird run, dude. Like the fire giant triple fire breath, and then like the Malekith was kind of bad, but there we go, dude. That was nice. By the way, if anyone's wondering, the Radagon fight like doesn't actually change with that double buff. It's still scripted. Like and you can just like if people want to do that kill for themselves, what you can do is just use like if it does get patched out, you can use Commander Standard or even the Golden Vow like incantation, and you get the exact same fight. So there we go, dude. Consumable only 0 hit run, dude. No problem. But yeah, it is very satisfying on Radagon seeing like almost 3k damage in a single hit. Like kind of insane. But yeah, there we go. We're right on schedule, dude, with this run. Although actually I was supposed to get this run last week, but obviously my power went out, so it's like a little bit delayed, but getting it like one of the first tries is good. Or second try, whatever. Yeah, I guess next we'll probably go back to routing the level 1 plus 0 bosses run or something. There are some other runs I want to do. Like I was thinking about bow only, and then obviously there's the God Run 3, which I would like to do, but probably after the Bingo League I'll do that. So
fallen leaves
yeah.
tell a story.
This was a fun run, man. Like I'm happy that it wasn't an actual OnlyFans dagger run.
Elden Lord.
Although it was like mostly fans daggers. It wasn't only fan daggers, but it was mostly.
The fog, the
Houseman set up.
Between.
I can show it in a second. Yeah, consumables are really good in this game, and like I would say that the power of this run is very similar to probably like a lot of the average weapons. Like it in terms of the build rankings of those, you know, the no-hit runs I did in this game with different weapons, it's pretty average, which is very good. Like considering where consumables were in the older games, when they were basically just borderline unusable. I would say maybe like a little bit above average. Actually, I'm saying average, dude. They're definitely above average. It's just on some of the fights where you can't just like spam the fan daggers, then it's not quite as good. Like that Horlu fight, for example, and Elden Beast as well. But I would still say it's very good on them. So yeah, dude, insanely strong. And there's a lot of other good consumable setups as well. It's just for the sake of like efficiency on this run, there's no reason for me to actually go get like the proper magic pot setup or, you know, the lightning pot setup and stuff. There's just no need to, but you can do kind of similar things with those, especially when you're using like Terra Magica and you have the proper magic and lightning setups and stuff. So, but yeah, maybe if I do like all remembrances or maybe even all bosses no hit with this eventually, like maybe, then you definitely want to use those other damage types. Puppery, thanks for the raid, by the way. I appreciate it. But yeah, you definitely want to use like those magic damage types and lightning and stuff. Just like I did in the all bosses, just casual consumable run. Renala ever an option? Renala is actually not risky, but it's Red Wolf that's dangerous. So Red Wolf is a problem, and I would suggest not doing that if you can help it on a no-hit run, but dude, probably Perfumes would one-shot the Red Wolf, so you probably could make it work on this, and Renala with consumables we already know is insanely easy, because Fan Daggers just totally script the fight, even on level 1, so yeah. This was, the run ended up being probably like 40 minutes longer than it should have because of the fucking Fire Giant fiasco. Like, this run actually isn't supposed to be this long. But yeah, physics setup. For that fight, we use Fire and Dex. These scale really well with Dex, and obviously Kukris do, and the Fan Daggers are S-scaling in Dex as well. And so yeah, like that's why we went with all these stats and these consumables, because we can kind of just focus on Dex and get benefits on all the consumables that we used. But like if you start introducing magic pots and like lightning pots also are Dex, right? So those would work too. And they're actually really good on Godfrey. But yeah, if you started introducing like magic pots and holy pots and stuff as your main damage, then you have to level up those stats for it to actually be worth it. Which, yeah, if you did like an all remembrances, you would actually easily have enough stats to do that. So yeah, dude. Yeah, I didn't really expect to get the run so early today. I don't I don't know what to do now though. Like it's only 2:30, man. I feel like the last week I've been starting stream at this time. Yeah, we could do a random no hit, I guess, but